Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ewan McQuaid and today I am finally rounding up my trio of NWA reviews predictions series with my review of NWA Power. Now, if you can hear noises in the background, it may be the dog slowly walking around by my feet because she won't sit down on the bed. Maybe I'll show the dog at the end. But let's get into the show right now, and it started off with a major announcement of Mickie James is with the NWA right now. I didn't even know that was possible because I thought there was, I suppose she's not competing, she's an executive producer of this show, but I don't know, I didn't think it was possible. But we have got a double bill of pay-per-views on August 28th and August 29th. The first show in particular will be an all-women's pay-per-view. This is spectacular. It is fantastic. And this is what Mickie James has been saying on Twitter ever since she was released from WWE, and it's perfect. It's perfect for NWA. They've got a really strong women's division. As this show showed, it really focused on the women's division, and I think this is just perfect for the wrestling scene as a whole. We've got Maria Kanellis in Ring of Honor doing Women of Honor, and now we have this show as well. Perfect. Great way to open the show. Really love that, and I'm so excited for that show. Next up, we had Camille come out, the new NWA Women's Champion, and she cut a very short promo. She didn't actually get a lot of time because she swiftly introduced her husband Tom Latimer, who came in, and then came Nick Aldis, and then came every single member of Strictly Business, and they were there as a faction. Now, I feel like Camille got a little bit shortchanged in this first interview segment. I feel like it became a little too much about Nick Aldis, but it just furthered the whole story between Strictly Business and the rest of the NWA roster. And personally, I really like the story. I like where it's going. The sowing seeds of dissension from the looks of it around the national championship, which Chris Adonis never lost. And it's just going to be really good with Tom Latimer as well, because there was a question brought up. There you go. Perfectly timed. It was just really good. Really good sort of... Oh, she's not done. Not done. Are you done? It was a really good... Come on then. Come on then. It was a really good segment for Strictly Business. I thought they were terrific. I thought they worked really well. And we are joined today by LEXI. She is joining from the top rope, as you can see, because she's not getting any attention. So she's going to join in the NWA Power review. I hope you're all fine with that. Following the Camille stuff, we got a Serena Deeb interview. And Serena Deeb, she got a really good babyface promo. It was really well done. It was... You know, it was what I expected coming off the back of her match with Camille. And personally, you know, I've said it in my review, I'm not the biggest fan of Serena Deeb, but I think this sort of hints towards more of an AEW turn for Serena Deeb. Maybe she'll join there, maybe she'll challenge Baker. That would be cool. I'm really down for that. Then we got our first match of the night, which was about 15 minutes in, which was... It flew by, and I didn't even realise there hadn't been a match, but it was Pope versus Luke Hawx. Now, this match was really fun. It was a really fun 5-minute encounter. I really like the TV titles sort of structure of matches where they've got a 6-minute time limit. And yeah, Pope won. There was no Tyrus interference, which I thought there might be. But it was really good. It really put over Hawx, it really put over Pope, and he's slowly creeping up there. Soon he will be able to face Nick Aldis for the NWA £10 gold, and I think that is a money programme. I think that's why they didn't take the belt off Aldis at When Our Shadows Fall. So I think there's going to be a feud between those two very soon. Next up, as I just scroll down, we had a new character debut. Now, there was no name for this individual, but he debuted in a... Oh, she's going. She's stolen the spotlight. And now she's going. Yes, we had a new character debut who had been personally signed by Billy Corgan. And this character was in a luchador mask, but he said he specifically specifically works for Billy Corgan and answers to Billy Corgan. He won't answer questions for anyone else in the NWA. Now, this character looked really cool. He was a really big guy. Cool mask. I don't know if it's someone we're going to... I don't know if it's someone we're going to know or someone we're not, but it was a really cool segment and it introduced him in a really cool way. It was a decent promo as well, but it really got him over as this new threat, I thought. Next up, we had... This was a bit weird. Taryn Terrell versus Lady Frost. Now, Lady Frost looked really cool. She's got a sort of a Ruby Riot look to her. And I thought she was going to get the win here over Taryn, but it went into shenanigans. And sort of like, yeah, Taryn Terrell got on the mic, distracted Lady Frost, and then rolled her up, very simply. It wasn't particularly great. I thought Lady Frost was the one you need to get over because she's new, but she hardly got any offense in whatsoever. She's playing with her toy. Sorry if this is unwatchable content. I'm really sorry if this doesn't work, but it's kind of funny. You can kind of see her in the background. Yeah, I don't think this match worked for me personally, but hey ho, 5 minutes on an hour show. Can't complain. It's no Shayna Baszler being afraid of a doll. Let's put it that way. Next up, we got Tyrus and Austin Idol. Now again, not big on Tyrus and Austin Idol at all, but you know, they cut a decent promo and then I believe his name is Black G's came out, who's this new guy that I've never seen, and offered him a business proposal. And that was, you know, really sort of, I just don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know where that's going. I'm not really interested in a Tyrus-led faction with Austin Idol, personally. But, you know, again, it's just Tyrus. I just don't get along with this whole story, to be honest. I'd rather see Pope just work his way up the rankings and then eventually get to Nick Aldis. That's the way I'd like to see it go. Next up we got an absolute heartfelt, soul-destroying interview from Trevor Murdoch, who is just having a crisis of confidence at the moment in NWA. And it's really disheartening to see a character like this, but it's so good because it's showing layers to his character. He is, you know, on fire at the moment with his promos and his acting. I think he's incredible. Trevor Murdoch is one of the stars of this show, and it absolutely shows. And this interview with May Valentine was just perfection. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite parts of the show. Next up we got The End versus La Rebellion, and again, these two teams are awesome. They showed really good chemistry in the match at When Our Shadows Fall, and this match was no different. This was just 2-on-2 hard-hitting action. You got the big guys versus the lucha guys from AAA, and it was awesome. Really good moves. The End just works so well together. They're just so cool and fluid. And it did go to a non-finish. It went to a double DQ because they just kept beating each other up in the ring. But I think we're going to get a rumble match, maybe with a stipulation, maybe a ladder match. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see a ladder match or a TLC match, something like that. It was really fun, this match. It was really good. And I think the tag team division is absolutely stacked in NWA. It's one of the best tag divisions on the planet. And finally, following that great segment, we got Camilles Coronation with Nick Aldis, who came out with flowers and a suit and just looking like an absolute dickhead. An absolute dick. And Camille came to the ring, but she was interrupted. Her coronation was interrupted by Melina, who came down. I was expecting Thunder Rosa, but Melina came down, got in the face of Camille. Camille pushed her back, but then out came Genocide, and Genocide, you know, sided with Camille. Got Melina out the ring, raised Camille's hand, and that is how the show went off the air. I'm really interested in Genocide. She's one of my favourite talents in NWA. One of the best women's wrestlers they have. And it's just, those two together are going to be an absolute powerhouse team if that's the way they're going with it. It was a good ending. It was a good ending, a little bit flat. Maybe it should have been more of a beatdown. But other than that, I've got no complaints about that. I think it's forwarding the story, especially towards the all-female pay-per-view, which I can't remember the name of. It will be above my face. So that was the end of the show. I'd give this a solid 3.5 out of 5. I thought the story progression was really good, but it didn't have the killer matches that I was hoping. It had not that much wrestling, and the, you know, Tarantella segment sort of got me down, and so did the yrus stuff. So that got to 3.5 for me, but I thought it was a really good follow-on from When Our Shadows Fall. Thank you all ever so much for your support. Thank you for everything, getting me to 50 subscribers. That is massive. Thank you all ever so much. I hope you've been able to watch this video without getting distracted by the dog, whose name is Lexi. This is Lexi. She may be joining me on some videos. We'll see. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.